I think he said Whiteman Park is a hoot. Come to EnviroFest 2024. Learn about Whiteman Park's birds and discover ways to improve your sustainability with hands-on workshops and demonstrations. Plus, there'll be market stalls, food trucks and heaps of kids' activities. EnviroFest 2024 at Whiteman Park on March 23 from 10 till 3. You'd be wise to go to whitemanpark.com.au.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie. It's your Monday podcast. Today we're talking big topic today on regards to dog poo, and obviously you have to pick up your dog poo every time it happens.
Well, interesting you should say that, Fitz, because we didn't get to know.
This is an off-air chat.
Yes, it was.
No.
Before we did the chat on air, and it was so wonderful it made the podcast. The bit that we didn't get to on air, we're quite happy to unpack it now with you, Fitzy. You said that sometimes you just pretend you don't see the poo, and sometimes it's okay to just leave your dog's turd.
There's one spot that my dog does it in, right?
Yeah.
And he gets so excited to get to that spot that he runs off and I can't see him. Mm-hmm. And my rule is if I don't see him do it...
Hard the lead, hard your wife. You know what?
It's just,
but you're talking about the spot.
Yes,
Too bad it's in Tom's bedroom.
Oh, Tom, is that what it is? Because it concerns me.
He likes navy dooners.
When I find dog poo in our backyard, I'm very concerned because I don't have a dog. So I'm always...
Sorry.
Lisa!
Honey, have you got that night walking issue still? Sleepwalking?
She's marking her territory.
I love it when you do see poo at the park or somewhere. And you're like...
Go on, Kate.
That did not come out of a dog.
Well, that's Tom again. All righty, you'll hear more about poo on the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
What would you rather be, hot or funny?
Lucky I'm both.
Oh, you're kidding yourself.
Well, you're laughing and winking.
No,
You
I'd
just
say
know.
funny.
Would you?
Doesn't funny win?
You should just stay with hot. You just go with hot because you're not funny. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that is.
I'm talking about this because there's a study come out of Queensland. They've only done it with 500 people, so I'm not really going to rate it. Okay,
Back it in.
So, and basically, it's like what gets your senses up when scientists listen to your conversation in a bit of speed dating. What do people prefer? Are they going with hot? Are they going with funny? What rises the levels
fast impact
of attractiveness? And apparently it's not funny.
What, it's attractiveness?
Yeah.
What do you get for speed dating? Is it 8 minutes?
3
these days?
minutes.
3?
8 minutes is not... I mean, in this day and age, 8 minutes is a lifetime.
God, that's a marriage.
But see, you know what? I like when you're hot, right? Let's do speed dating. Speed dating, and you've got a girl, and she can see you in the distance. Oh, I've got that hot guy coming up soon.
Yeah.
Then you both sit in front of each other, and then what's coming out of your mouth, mate?
If you're hot.
This is the thing.
But you can be hot and funny, I guess. But if you're hot, you don't really have to do much. You just have to...
No, but you either
sit there.
said hot or funny. So if you're not the funny part, how are you impressing somebody? Because I reckon instantly they would go, okay, he's a good-looking guy, but he just can't talk.
Well, you just have to stand there like the statue of David.
If you're a good-looking guy?
Yeah, I guess
Under
so.
your shirt a bit and...
I don't think you have to do that. And it depends what your idea of hot is.
That's true.
Because that does differ between the people's
If you
out
were to
there.
sit down next to somebody, Kate, 3 minutes speed dating, and they were boring, but they went, and you said, what do you do? And you go, oh, I'm a model.
That's not up my alley.
It's not, is it?
No, it's
I'm
not.
a model.
I don't do hot. I like funny.
What do you do?
I'd go funny and rich over hot any day of the week.
Money and power.
Or just rich.
Who's funny and rich?
I mean, I've got the...
There's a lot of comedians, I suppose.
No,
So let's say
comedians are very
Top 250
damaged.
rich list here, which has come out over the weekend in the Australian. Flicking through...
How many Scotch college boys are in there?
Are there
Go on,
funny
you mate.
people in there?
Yeah, this guy's got Sydney tools. I mean, he's made a bit of money. He could be funny.
I saw a new Sydney Tools in Mittagong on the
Did you?
weekend.
Well, it's booming. What about this guy? He's a crypto guy from Melbourne at number 31 on the list.
Kate.
If he said something funny, Kate,
What?
he's worth billions. Oh, she's laughing already.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate Ritchie's got an issue with her underpants again.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's your dog, is it? I just assumed it was to do with your underwear.
And it's actually not even to do with my dog. This is coming from Epping in Sydney.
Oh, look out.
One of those Facebook...
The Epping Centre.
The
Epic Facebook group.
I'm very fond of Epping. Of course, Channel 7 was out there for many years on Mobbs Lane. So I would travel from Campbelltown
Some good
to Epping.
Mate, if Mobbs Lane could talk, you know what I
look
mean?
out.
What are you even talking
Okay.
about? It was now it's just full of apartments.
Yeah.
But we would have the Christmas parties out the back of Channel 7.
If that
Did
car
they-
park could talk.
They get
I
loose
know.
in the 90s? Channel 7 Christmas parties get loose in the 90s? Come on, give us a
I
story.
can't comment on those things because I was a mere little wee lass.
Who made a fool of themselves at one Christmas party? Come on,
Well,
you
it was likely to be me.
Okay,
Let's be honest.
did you hook up with anybody from Home and Away at a Christmas party?
No,
No, think about it again.
I don't think I was ever.
Did you ever kiss anyone on set, like off set? Like, was there any?
Yeah, you did.
Look at her face.
Quite a few, wasn't there?
Did you guys ever get pulled in?
Don't you even
Give us one
start.
name.
Come on, there's got to be one. Who did you kiss?
No, because then okay, I'll take
She's taking her
Tug
my
headphones off.
hair.
Tug?
Hug.
What, Tristan Banks?
Yeah, Tristan Banks.
No,
Did
he
you,
was a bit older than me.
Yeah.
We're meant to be talking about dog food.
Don't worry about it. As if you didn't have a crack at Chris Hemsworth.
What? Oh, mate.
Yeah,
He's
come on.
so up your alley.
Why would I mean, maybe Chris Hemsworth was just crazy for chasing me.
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't rule it
Did
out.
you lock lips with Chris Hemsworth?
I'm not even talking about.
Give us
I'm
one
not
name.
out of anyone.
Yep,
No,
one name.
I'm not. Okay.
Look
You
how
mentioned
red
you told
she's
me about
got.
one off air the other day.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
Who?
you did.
Who?
He was on Home and Away just for a little bit.
Who?
Remember? And
Write
you
it down.
No, and you said when he kissed me, his tongue was like a little lizard.
He wasn't on Home and Away.
Oh, who was that?
You know
What
who
other
he's talking
What
about.
other show
No,
have you done?
don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay, I'm
No,
quickly
no.
doing the dog food story.
Go to the
A
dog
dog
food.
walker has been slammed online
Lizard.
after he was caught on CCTV. Now I'm just reading the words. I'm not reading the sentence. Okay.
What
A
did he
guy
do?
has been caught on video on CCTV throwing a bag of his pet's poo into a resident's red garbage bin.
Well,
now
that's-
that's the discussion I wanted to try and get into before we were talking about pashing
You
co-stars.
can do that, can't you?
Well, no, I don't think it's okay because, look, the argument from some people is, look, that's a good guy. He could be leaving his pets, his dogs, poo on the footpath, but he's decided to pick it up. But what he's done is he's walked onto somebody's property up the driveway. He's seen the red bin or whatever,
Yeah.
and he's thrown it in.
Big deal.
I hate
That's
that stuff.
fine.
No.
Oh, okay, but see, if you tie it off properly, you're not going to get the smell.
Yes,
So-
you do.
Do you really?
I have a red bin at the back of my house, and that bin is only for my dog's poo. It's only my poo. If anyone's putting their poo in there, it's me.
Oh, the way you cut a hole in the lid so you can sit
No,
on
in
it.
fact, you don't even have to bag it up. You can just over the back of it like that.
It's not that uncomfortable.
That is
If I've got a
number
good
one
shot-
payday for any
I can flick
photographer
it
out there.
from the back lawn.
Could you?
I can. If I get it in a good spot, I can flick it from the back lawn, over the back fence, and into the red bin.
I don't want to know where you flick it, mate.
No, it is. The red bin is allowed. You can use anybody's
agree.
red bin.
But if
No,
you-
it's
if you've
not.
got a
If
red
you're
bin-
paying your rates, that's your bin. That's not that. What about when businesses? They even have signs sometimes on their red bins outside their shop front saying this bin is only for the people who have been in this shop, or it's for us coming out of the
Give me a
kitchen.
If I
no,
had
absolutely
my bin
not.
fits and somebody threw a dog poo in and the bag accidentally tore, and the next thing you know, I've got skid marks down my bin.
Yeah.
Not a happy chappy.
Or it
And then
smells.
you're the one that has to hose it out
Yeah.
every whatever morning it is.
And I don't want to do that.
Let's just do one call. Jenny in Eleanor Heights. Whose side are you on, Jen?
I hate it. I've got 2 red bins, and every single morning there's a new dog
poo.
poo in there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jen, does
not fair,
it make
Jen.
your bin smell, or do they tie them up and it's not too bad?
No, they tie it up, but it's still disgusting. I don't like it.
No.
Every single day there's a new one.
And I can sometimes, where at my house, I mean, I know we've got to finish up, but I can sometimes see sneaky feet in the back lane. I can see sneaky feet if I'm at the clothesline. I'm like,
Well, what are they doing?
that person is putting their
person
dog's
is pooing
poo
in
in my red bin. They have a red bin. Put it in your red bin. So I crept up to the back gate once and just and opened it like that. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? And you were just taking out a couple of other co-hosts that you'd finished with from the Christmas party.
Letting them out quietly.
There's a TV show in that.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
You ready for this, Kate?
Oh, my God,
Because
here
I
we
know.
go.
Well, they're not just for me.
Yeah,
and
for
well,
anyone out there.
and maybe not for me at all. Maybe for the ladies of Sydney.
Yeah, Johnny Singleton, unfortunately, has just split with his 7th wife. He's been labelled...
You're hot.
You're hot.
Oh, you're hot.
Is he hot? I mean, now
Hot
he's
or
back on
not?
the market. Are we doing a bit of hot or not?
Also been labelled...
Then you're cold.
Oh, is that, do you split that up into 2, Jess?
I quite like that.
That's not bad.
Because now, I mean, if he's gone cold on the relationship, then I would suggest he's hot again.
You're hot.
Because he's out there.
Yeah.
Thinking number 8 could be a good move.
Oh, you don't move on that quickly, do you?
Why not?
Although, I guess if we're just hearing about it now, it has been on the rocks for a while.
How old is he now, Fitz?
God, he's in his 80s.
How long have they been married for? I mean, let's
82.
just say that at the end of any relationship, no matter how many you've had, it's sad.
Of course.
It is sad. Sarah Worry was her name. She was in radio. Worry? WARRY.
Right, okay.
Yeah, worry.
Yeah, Worry. She doesn't have to worry about him anymore because it's over. And do you know what I love about Singo? Every time he still does an interview, the Daily Telegraph ring him and he'll go, "Yeah, I'll have a chat
of
about
course.
this." He'll have a chat about
I'll
it.
just fill up my tea.
So previously he said he loved Worry because he needed someone that he could share sunsets with.
That's cute.
But now he said that sometimes sunsets aren't enough.
Is this the interview with the telly?
This is the
Awesome.
interview.
Oh, do you know what I love about this? And you're right, Fitzy. All the journalists, they hear whispers and they're like, how are we going to get to the bottom of the Singo breakup? And someone says, oh, just call him.
Just give it me, yeah.
I mean, the good thing he would be able to do now is go, hang on a minute, the interview I did for wife number 5, I thought that went quite well.
Yeah.
Just roll that one again.
So no longer sunsets are doing it.
So he said, I thought it was time to look at sunsets, but there are only so many sunsets that you can enjoy before you go on the repeat button.
Oh, he's sick of the sunset.
She's a lovely girl, but I'm not lovely. The sunset changed. I got sick of looking at sunsets. At the end of the day, you don't stay married when you're not happy.
Oh.
Well, maybe that's what he's got over a lot of people. He knows that you can
Move on quickly.
move on. This isn't working because I think they were only married for 7 months or
You know,
something.
one of his wives was a divorce lawyer.
That's dangerous.
I think that was his 6th wife. So he says here that, and everyone knows the statistic that 50% of marriages don't work. Of the 50% who stay married, he said 90% play around and 10% lose interest. It's a dopey pledge till death do us part.
But still he's back there.
And his motto is, when you no longer enjoy it, split.
Oh,
Kate,
romance is dead, guys. Don't start the week like that.
sometimes the sunset is boring.
Singo joked his next wedding wouldn't be until his 100th birthday. Stay tuned. In the meantime, I'm doing a new show called Divorced at Second Sight.
Awesome.
Do you know what he said? He said, I love divorces and horses, and I don't win it either. He goes, I'm probably a nose in front on divorces.
Imagine, I wonder what he's lost more money on. Divorces.
Surely he would have an airtight agreement.
Would have to. But when you marry a divorce lawyer, you're not getting away with that, are you? I wonder if he used her
As the
in
divorce
the
lawyer?
previous divorces before he fell in love with her.
Oh, maybe that's how they met.
Because I think one of the women he either married or dated for a while was his interior designer. So I think he said, come around and put up some curtains and stuff.
Well, what if his current wife invited the interior designer around to bring some lamps?
Well, they're all trust exercises, aren't they?
You're hot.
He's,
And then you're cold, Jess.
he opens up quite a bit. He says, my perfect marriage was my first wife, Margaret. The pair went steady from 15 years years of age until their early 20s. They had a son, Jack. He said, sadly, we divorced after 17 fantastic years because I handled the first glimpse of success so badly. I tried to get back with Margaret many times and she wouldn't. My only regret. So he looks back on that relationship and says, I wish I did it differently.
See, he sounds like he's been trying to find the Margaret feeling for every other relationship he stepped into.
How good would Singo be on The Bachelor?
I didn't know what you were going to say then.
Yeah, I did.
I thought you were going to say...
No,
On
that's
the
where you
cans.
stop the sentence.
Yes, or traffic dating.
Tommy. Oh, gosh.
He's very charming. That's the thing. He's like it's a red rag to a bull for ladies.
Very
Look
charming.
at him.
Let's-
He's so cheeky.
Yeah,
I know he's everything I don't need.
Let's find out a little bit more about John. G'day, ladies. I'm worth 500 million.
And I'm 82. Give us a kiss.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I think he said Whiteman Park is a hoot. Come to EnviroFest 2024. Learn about Whiteman Park's birds and discover ways to improve your sustainability with hands-on workshops and demonstrations. Plus, there'll be market stalls, food trucks and heaps of kids' activities. EnviroFest 2024 at Whiteman Park on March 23 from 10 till 3. You'd be wise to go to whitemanpark.com.au.
I've got a dodgy teacher story for you. This is down at Wollongong High. Have you got a bit of Pink Floyd in the system there, Gav? If you've got a dodgy teacher story, 13 24 10, I would love to hear from you. This is Phil Saunders. So Mr. Saunders is the PE teacher. It's always a PE teacher.
Come on, Phil.
Okay, so his mate is in a fair bit of trouble for intimidating another teacher. But what's happened is Mr. Saunders in PE. There's an alleged incident that Mr. Saunders had a whiteboard in his class tabling students' bets on the English Premier League, top flight soccer matches. Another Wollongong High School PE teacher, Michaela Chafee, told the court that students had told Mr. Saunders that he was not teaching and most of the lesson was spent on a betting syndicate where $2 bets were recorded on the board.
Awesome. Just awesome.
So she got a little bit upset. Now, the PE head teacher, David Arthur, at the Wollongong High School, she lodged a complaint to him, and he was
not happy with their odds, or
he was investigating it, right? So they went down to the local pub, right? Mr. Saunders is down the pub with his mate Milos Dobre, and they see Mr. Arthur, who's the PE head teacher down there, and this was over, there was obviously, you can't do that, Mr. Saunders in class, and all this kind of stuff, allegedly. Yeah. And as Mr. Arthur was leaving the car park, Milos Dobre said to him, "Hey, mate, where you going? Come back and have another beer." "Yeah, keep walking, mate. You're a dead man walking."
Oh. Well, don't do that. I mean, friendly staff
Just
drinks
a
are
few
good.
bets with the kids in class, I suppose.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, you draw up your whiteboard, you got your names and the odds are running. Each week there's an update on who's making money.
Do you know what? I love PE because there were moments that you could tell with teachers, I don't want to really go through I don't want to go through all the written stuff today.
No.
We're going back out into the school oval.
How good was that?
Yep. Return the flag. Or what? Did you guys ever play a game called Return the Flag?
What was Return the Flag?
So it was two teams, a flag down one end, a flag down the other end. Basically, it was a huge game of touch. But if you got touched, you had to go to the side of the...
Right.
But you had to get down and grab the flag and get it back into your area.
Sure.
And
Rumbles.
we could play that. Mr. Joy, we could play that for hours.
Yeah.
And he would just be on the sideline just taking it easy.
Taking bets on who's going to return the flag within the first half. Do you know what's interesting too? I love that he said, "You come back here and have a beer." Like he wants to drink with this guy so much that if he doesn't come back in, you're a dead man walking. Drink with me or die.
Keep walking. You're a dead man walking, mate. Hey, mate, I was just betting on Tottenham.
Hey.
I didn't really want...
Lighten up, everybody.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let me sing that song, song.
All right, fire up, guys. Here we go. The warm-up round is pretty simple, and you understand. One word has to be put into a song. Good luck, everybody. We ready?
I think so.
Sort of, yeah.
The word is just.
Just Dance.
Bang, Kate Ritchie. Lady Gaga.
Would it be perhaps Just the Two of Us?
Just the
Tommy.
two of
Was that
us.
Bill Withers?
With or
If
withers.
only he was still with us.
I just want to.
Did you rehearse that?
Just want to.
Just where are you, Fitz?
Just-
Terrible warm-up.
Just lose it. Just
Lose it, Eminem.
Yes.
Oh.
Just lose
Did
it.
you look at my sheet?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I needed that. I'm a bit off today.
No, that's good that you can see that from here.
Yeah.
I need to be more sheet conscious. That's very good. Because you can't see it, Kate, and you're sitting next to me.
No, I can't see it at all. No, I actually can't see it. My eyes are so bad.
All right, you can lose. If you lose in this round, you're out. The word is white.
Black and white. Michael Jackson.
It's a nice
White
day
wedding.
Oh, she beat you, Tommy. That's a draw.
That's not a draw.
That's not a draw, Tom.
I'm dreaming of a White Christmas.
Yes,
Bing
you are.
Crosby.
Yes,
Oh,
you
that's
are.
a cute one.
That's a white answer, Tom, to be honest with you. From a middle-aged white man.
Very good.
You're also pretty fly for a white guy, Tom.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
White wedding reminds me of my auntie Fran.
Why?
Because I remember we used to go over to her house in Camden when she was with my Uncle Aid, and we would sit on the couch and we'd watch Young Talent Time, and then she would listen to Billy Idol. I remember her sitting on the edge of the pink couch
Firecracker
going, "White wedding."
What was Aid short for?
Adrian. He's not with us anymore. I loved Uncle
Rest
Aid
in peace, Aid.
from Camden.
You would have been furious
Well,
that
not
you
from
weren't on Young Talent Time.
No, I wasn't.
I reckon you would have been.
No, I got to meet
'Cause you
them at
do-
the telethon once, and I have their autographs and photos with them.
Because you do quietly consider yourself a pretty good singer.
No, I
reckon.
don't. I actually don't. And even if I thought I was a good singer, every time you roll out the old It Takes Two stuff, you play the things that I wasn't even that good at.
Have you got Yesterday?
No, I swear to God.
Yeah, we got you. Hang on, listen.
So don't you dare! And for a song, that is the most covered song, Jess, seriously,
I was wrong. I was
I
wrong.
was very nervous.
Ears are bleeding. Here we go.
Oh.
We are all through. we
Far out.
are all through to the next round. Okay, the word is away.
Home and Away theme song.
Oh, you can't. That's
Yeah,
not
I
an
can.
actual
By
song.
it is by the Pajanics. Mike Pajanic wrote it.
Oh, Mickey Pajanic.
Yes.
Away.
Away in a manger.
It's all very Christmassy.
Craig David, I'm walking away.
I'm walking
yes.
away.
Yeah.
Tommy's got troubles in his
From the
life.
troubles in your life, Tom.
If only you could walk. I'd
delicious.
start running.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
pick up the pace, Tommy.
I'm bolted.
Did someone do Take My Breath Away?
No, beautiful song.
You did. So let's
Anyone do
move on.
Sail Away by Enya? How good's Enya?
Enya was, I mean, she was massive for a while there, Enya.
Didn't she go and live in a castle
She
somewhere
was
and
so
became...
relaxed, no one's found her
She
since.
sailed away, never came home.
I
Here we
would
go.
love that. Oh, if only to be Enya.
Oh, the Southern Highlands. Okay. The word is world.
Rock My World.
What a
Oh.
beautiful world from the Donnie Darko.
On top of the world,
Oh, no.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh,
On
yes.
top of the world. What on, Tom? Everybody's through.
Hey.
What was your song, Kate Ritchie?
Rock My World.
You
Google
rock
it.
my world.
Yeah, you rock my world.
Michael Jackson.
Yes. Or yeah,
Another Michael Jackson. You sure?
Yeah.
You rock my
Okay.
world.
All right, let's go.
The word is habit or habits.
Bad Habits. But mine's the original, not Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, I'll go Ed Sheeran.
Oh, you're doing Can't Help Myself.
Bad Habits. I can't.
Tommy.
I think I'm out.
Tommy.
I was going to say Bad Habits. So yeah,
Oh, the
cancel,
original.
cancel me out.
All
Yeah.
right.
What were the others? What other songs?
Breaking the Habit, Linkin Park, one of my favourites.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This
And the
was
other
one
one,
of my favourites.
which I love, is Habit of You, Keith Urban. You know this one?
So good,
Oh,
Keith.
yep.
All right, here we go. Tommy, you're gone. Ryan James,
Come on, here
Kate
we
Ritchie.
go, Fitz.
The word is dollar.
Anything
need
by
a
Don
dollar. Dollars
Hello, Black.
what I can need.
Yep, Fitz us through. How you doing, Kate? You're
Trying to
moving.
get my urban on.
Yeah, go,
Yeah, how's
go
it feeling?
rap. Go full rap.
It's not looking good at this stage.
You can
Huh? You can. You're not going to make up another song, are you? Gone. Doesn't matter. Ryan James. Ryan James.
Yeah, stroke thing, Kate.
Well done.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Your hair is ridiculous at the moment, mate.
What do you mean?
Oh my God, it's so Ace Ventura. Che, can you come in and take a photo of it and put it up on Instagram? It's
What he
ridiculous.
does is he puts...
It's-
if for the ladies listening, it's a bit kind of 80s, early 90s when you'd buy the combs, not a comb that you fellas comb your hair with, but a comb that you keep in your hair from the pharmacy. And so you'd
Push it
pull it
forward.
half up, half down like a little Alice. And then you put the comb in it like that.
Do you know what? Oh, right. And it pushes it forward. Maybe it's the headphones, mate.
Hi.
I'm not sitting here trying to do my hair for radio because a lot of people say
It's a visual medium these days, darling.
I've got a great face for radio.
It's ridiculous.
But
It's
I'll
going
take
up
that.
on our Instagram right
Well done,
now.
Tom. That was a really quick turnaround.
really
Well done,
quick
Che.
turnaround.
Thank you for that.
Che.
God,
I mean,
Che.
look,
30
I want
seconds.
Che at my house.
Yeah.
Where I can just go, Che. Get in here, Che.
Yeah, and he crunches content. He's a content muncher.
I've got a really quick update on this name that I was
Yeah,
talking
what do you
about.
got?
This poor kid. They live in Switzerland or something like that. And there was an internet company who said if you name your kid after our product, you can browse the internet or surf the internet for all of their childhood years. So for 18 years, it's free if you call your kid. The company was called Twi-Fi. So they've called the kids like Twi-Fia, and there's a male name as well. The woman said, look, it sounded ridiculous to start with. We felt as though we were selling our child's name for free internet. You were.
Yeah, you are.
You actually were. But the more they spoke about it, the more it grew on them. And in actual fact, Wi-Fi has something to do with connection. So her beautiful name is about external connection.
Twi-Fi.
That's one way of looking at it.
They didn't want to go with
You know
Swatch or Toblerone.
Our child connects with everyone.
Oh, my God.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I think he said Whiteman Park is a hoot. Come to EnviroFest 2024. Learn about Whiteman Park's birds and discover ways to improve your sustainability with hands-on workshops and demonstrations. Plus, there'll be market stalls, food trucks and heaps of kids' activities. EnviroFest 2024 at Whiteman Park on March 23 from 10 till 3. You'd be wise to go to whitemanpark.com.au.
Hey, you went to the Biennale over the weekend.
You went to what?
The Biennale.
What's that?
It's the art exhibition at the White Bay Power Station, just over the bridge here.
Oh, of course.
They opened it up.
You can see they've got big new chuff stacks up there. You know, the big new...
Chuff stacks. Chuff.
The old chimneys.
Chuff stacks. That was down the burn.
Do you know they've spent $100 million on the White Bay Power Station and done it up?
No.
What have they got in there?
It's
Open spaces.
It's an international art exhibition, and it's amazing. If you get an opportunity, there's so many different things that you can do there. They've got light displays. They've got different artists performing. Go check out the program. But it is an unbelievable space. Like this, I'm so glad that they've
Done something with it.
They've done it up, and they've put something in there, and you can take your kids to it over the weekend.
So what did you see?
It'd be a great place for a rave.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, it
Can you imagine?
I go to the Chuff stacks.
Imagine bringing back DEFCON and putting it into the power station. There's all different international artists. There's Indigenous artists in there as well. Tony Albert is a great Indigenous artist. He's got some stuff in there as well. But do you know what? We're in there. Such a huge place, Kate, and it's over a few levels that they've had to... I'm thinking to myself, geez, they would have... Safety-wise, they're going to have to do everything proper here.
Yeah.
Because there's kids running around, there's families in there, and I came across a family who were freaking out and panicking because they'd lost their 3-year-old son.
Oh, God.
And I'm going, do you need a hand? And Mum's freaking out because we were up on the top level and they were thinking he could fall off the side.
Don't.
He was down in these he was in a stairway down. There was like this huge television with like a Mully Grub face on it. Remember that face from Mully
with
Grub?
the lips, yeah.
And the kid was just transfixed by that, going, what is that, Mum? What is that? And they were freaking out.
Oh, God.
Where have you lost the kids?
Well,
There's
the kid's probably having the time of their life.
13, 20 2410, where did you lose your kids? The other one that I need to talk about over there. Did you hear the story at Westfield, Liverpool?
No, from the weekend.
Yeah, from the weekend.
No.
What happened? So they had an electric car in there on display, and you know how in the middle of the...
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, so they had...
How did that happen?
A mum's lost her 14-year-old boy. Don't know where he's gone, right?
Well, that's different to losing a 3-year-old,
Yeah, the
isn't it?
14-year-old doesn't run off like, oh, no, they could run off.
The 14-year-old boy has jumped into the electric car, and I don't know how he's turned it on, but he's put it into drive, and off he went. So he smashed into a glass panel, put on the brakes, Kate. Luckily, he didn't go off the side. Then he's reversed it back into Maya.
Bang.
Knocked over a couple of mannequins and 3 people.
Oh, no.
And now can I buy a ticket to win that car?
There is nothing worse than when you look around and you've got no chance of finding your kid.
And they disappear in a second.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to put our mum and dad through hell when we'd go to Kmart at Campbellton, not at MacArthur Square, but down in the mall.
Yep.
And we'd be in Kmart and we'd just go and hide quietly in amongst the clothes racks.
Yeah.
And you could hear them. We'd think it was hilarious for a minute until we knew that mum would turn then. Because you'd know that she's going to find you eventually. And when she does, all hell is going
You could hear it, could
gone.
you? Catherine Ritchie.
Yeah, come on.
Nicole in Leppington, where did you lose your kids?
Hey guys.
Hi, Nick. Yep. What's your story?
I lost my 3-year-old at Sydney Airport. We were dropping my mother-in-law off to go back to Portugal, and we had just seen like all of the airplanes at the where the food is. Like
Oh,
the food
yes.
court.
Yep.
We're like, yeah, they're so good, let's go. And then as we're going, he's like running off a little bit, in between all the chairs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I said to my hubby, like, watch him. Just watch him, because he's 3-year-old, he likes to run.
Troublemaker.
And I'm holding the pram. We're going through. Next minute, I can't see him. I was like, babe, watch him. Like, can you see him? Yeah, no, he's up ahead.
Yeah.
We move a little bit past, gone.
He was
Yeah,
gone.
they're so quick.
Were you boarding a flight, Nicole?
No, we were going home because we had just dropped off my mother.
And you'd done the nice thing of sitting in the food court, watching the planes, having a lovely
right.
time with your son.
Found him in the chairman's lounge.
It was insane. I started panicking. I was like, we need to tell someone. My husband was like, no, I'll just walk ahead. I was like, no, we need to find someone. Like, anyone can take anything.
I wonder if there's been people that have lost a kid and missed a flight because of it.
Most definitely. For sure. Thanks, Nick.
Megan in Kellyville, you lost a child?
No, I actually got lost.
Oh, okay. How old were you, Megan?
I was about 5, and the harbour tunnel was opening, so everyone could walk through.
Great.
And my family decided to stop for a family photo and didn't notice I wasn't in the photo, and I kept walking.
How long had you gone missing for, Megan?
It was a good while. Luckily, a police officer found me, and I got a Snickers bar and a Coke, so
That'll
I
do
was
it.
very excited.
I was going to
But
say...
yes, it was a good couple of hours by the time my parents actually got to find me in the lost children section.
Couple of hours.
Good to point out.
I thought you were going to be raised in the harbour tunnel by just some workers
living
down
under
there.
the bridge.
Important to point out, not every lost kid gets a Snickers and a can of Coke too. So don't think I'm going to go and get lost because I love a Snickers and a Coke.
I was going to make that joke about Wippa trying to get lost now,
God,
and then I thought, no, I'm not doing
hold
those jokes this week.
Thank you. This week.
Louise in Bondi, where did you lose your kids, Louise?
So we're at the local RE, and Mother of the Year here. Lost my 4-year-old running around. Finally find him sitting on a stool having a tap on the pokies.
Because you wouldn't have checked in there, Louise, thinking there's no way to be in the pokies room.
I walked past and I did a double take.
Amazing.
Was he actually playing, Louise? Did he have money and got on there?
It was just... No. He was just like...
Looking at the bright
all the
lights,
buttons,
mesmerised.
Yeah.
And you're going to win too.
He won the jackpot and Louise just swapped seats with him.
You beauty.
Fitzy Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.
I think he said Whiteman Park is a hoot. Come to EnviroFest 2024. Learn about Whiteman Park's birds and discover ways to improve your sustainability with hands-on workshops and demonstrations. Plus, there'll be market stalls, food trucks and heaps of kids' activities. EnviroFest 2024 at Whiteman Park on March 23 from 10 till 3. You'd be wise to go to whitemanpark.com.au.